The Caribbean is a beautiful collection of islands spread out over a gorgeous turquoise sea. A trip to a Caribbean island will provide you with endless opportunities for beach relaxation, along with cheeky drinks, swaying pom-poms, breathtaking scenery, and delicious coffee. Here are the top 10 budget-friendly Caribbean islands to visit. Number 10. Aruba. It's hardly surprising that this Dutch-owned island is a well-liked vacation spot for package deals. It's sun-kissed, brimming with glittering casinos and charming beaches, and it has lots of all-inclusive choices. It also gets regular direct flights from the United States. This low-cost Caribbean island offers spa resorts, private villas, and well-known lodging options like the Hyatt Regency and Marriott. When it comes to lodging, food, local transportation, and sightseeing, a one-week trip to Aruba typically costs about $2,277 for one person and $4,554 for two. When it comes to two-week trips, the average cost is about $9,108 for two people and $4,554 for one. Numerous non-stop flights are available from the United States to Aruba, with departures from Atlanta, Boston, Charlotte, Chicago, New York, Miami, and other cities. These flights include flights on low-cost carriers like JetBlue, Spirit, and AirTran. The duration of non-stop flights is approximately 2.5 hours from Miami, 4.5 hours from New York, 4 hours from Atlanta, and slightly more than 5 hours from Chicago. Number 9. The Bahamas. Situated approximately 50 miles away from Florida and conveniently reachable via non-stop aviation, this 700-island archipelago is an ideal destination for affordable, sun-filled vacations. Sand beaches, world-class entertainment, and mega-resorts are available at the always popular Paradise Island, which is located near Cable Beach and Nassau. Grand Bahama Island is another reasonably priced destination. Families and young couples seeking adventure will find these affordable Caribbean islands to have a pleasant atmosphere. A 3-day, 2-night trip to the Bahamas typically costs about $800 per person. An average family trip to the Bahamas costs about $630 per day. A week-long vacation should cost approximately $5,500 in total, taking into account airfare, lodging, food, entertainment, and mementos. The national airline of the island chain, Bahamas Air, is one of the many airlines that fly to the Bahamas, along with several small Florida-based airlines and both legacy and low-cost U.S. carriers. The busiest airport in the Bahamas is Nassau, from which flights to several out-islands airports can be taken. Furthermore, Freeport offers a wide range of services from the United States. From Miami, Nassau is a 45-minute flight. From New York, it takes 2 hours and 45 minutes, and from Charlotte, it takes slightly more than 2 hours. Number 8. Dominican Republic. In one fell swoop, the Dominican Republic offers atmosphere and affordability. Visitors are drawn to the area by its luxurious shopping, casinos, and nightlife reminiscent of Vegas and coral-lined coast. Add a few fascinating museums, vibrant culture, convenient access from the United States, and an abundance of all-inclusive resorts, and you have the makings of a fun vacation on an affordable Caribbean island that won't break the bank. There are a few important things to think about when estimating your travel expenses to the Dominican Republic. Flights can cost anywhere from $300 to $800 for a round-trip ticket, depending on the time of year and the point of departure. The cost of lodging varies as well, with luxury hotels charging up to $300 per night and cheap hotels or hostels starting at about $30. The nation's public transport network is well developed and reasonably priced, with a one-way ticket for a subway or train costing between $1 and $2. Regarding food, budget restaurants typically charge between $10 and $30 per person, while mid-range restaurants charge a little bit more. The Dominican Republic has a large number of airports, with the busiest being in Punta Cana, as well as those in Santo Domingo, Puerto Plata, La Romana, Santiago, and La Romana. Since the DR is a large country, make sure to fly into the airport closest to your destination. Anticipate plenty of route options and affordable prices, partly due to JetBlue's 2004 launch of service there. Santo Domingo can be reached by plane in less than 3 hours from New York, 2 hours and 40 minutes from Miami, and 4 hours from Houston. Number 7. Jamaica. Jamaica is a great island destination because it offers affordable reggae and relaxation. This sunny Shangri-La has a wide variety of all-inclusive resorts and reasonably priced hotel choices. Additionally, it's quite easy to get to this low-cost Caribbean destination from the United States on direct, frequently extremely cheap flights. A one-week trip to Jamaica usually costs around $905 for one person and $1,810 for two people. This includes accommodation, food, local transportation, and sightseeing. A two-week trip to Jamaica on average costs around $1,810 for one person and $3,619 for two people. Jamaica is one of the Caribbean destinations most frequently served from the United States, with non-stop flights offered from more than 10 U.S. cities and airports located in Montego Bay and Kingston. It takes 1.5 hours to fly from Miami and 2.5 hours to travel from Atlanta. Number 6. Montserrat. Irish settlers first settled on this intriguing island near Antigua in the 17th century, and in the 1970s and 1980s, it became a haven for rock stars. Then, in the 1990s, Plymouth, the capital, was reduced to ashes by two volcanic eruptions. Adventuresome travelers can anticipate spooky sights, excellent black sand beaches a result of volcanic ash, and top-notch diving on this low-cost Caribbean island now that it's back in business. It's also a great deal cheaper than other Caribbean isles, thanks in large part to reasonable hotel rates and tourism board-backed promotions meant to increase tourism. Hotel Royal Palm Club, although lodging is still in short supply, this reasonably priced residence hotel, which caters mainly to Irish tourists and residents, is a fantastic new addition. It opened in 2007. For $125, guests can spend the night in a one-bedroom villa with a pool or a garden suite. American, Continental, U.S. Airways, and Delta all fly to Antigua. Winair connects to Montserrat for up to 4 daily, 20 minutes. Allow for 4 hours of travel time from New York and 3 hours from Miami to Antigua. Number 5. Puerto Rico. The Spanish-speaking, U.S.-affiliated Puerto Rico is only a short flight from the mainland and offers vast expanses of rainforest and sand, a thriving cultural scene, and the captivating colonial capital, San Juan. The best part is that visiting the low-cost Caribbean island can be had for incredibly low costs. Flights, particularly from Miami, can be incredibly cheap. The average daily cost of a trip to Puerto Rico can vary significantly based on your preferences and style of travel. But a fair approximation would be between $100 and $150 per day, which covers lodging, meals, travel expenses, and entertainment. Of course, based on your selections, this could be higher or lower. There are lots of non-stop flights to San Juan, especially with American Airlines, which makes use of this sizable airport as a hub for all the other Caribbean locations it serves. However, New York and Miami serve as the primary U.S. gateways. Non-stop flights are planned from over 20 U.S. cities, including Los Angeles. There are also non-stop services to other airports like Ponce and Aguadilla in certain markets. Allow for travel times of 7.5 hours from Los Angeles, 4.5 hours from Chicago, slightly more than 3 hours from New York, and 2.5 hours from Miami. Number 4. St. Martin. A low-cost Caribbean destination with a touch of sophistication is St. Martin, which is owned by the Dutch, and St. Martin, which is owned by the French. The Dutch side offers more activities, shops, and resorts. It also is one of the main airports and some of the best duty-free shopping in the Caribbean. These factors combine to make it the best place to find affordable all-inclusive vacations. It's a terrific option if you need to get to the beach quickly and on a tight budget because it offers regular non-stop flights from the US as well as rooms at all price points. The average cost of a stay varies depending on the season and time of year, but it is between $100 and $500 per night. Spending ranges from $30 to $500 per person per day. The island offers both affordable and upscale accommodations, making it suitable for all types of travelers. After San Juan, the airport on St. Martin is the second busiest in the Caribbean. JetBlue began offering non-stop service from a number of cities in 2008. From Charlotte or New York, the flight takes roughly 4 hours. Number 3. St. Thomas. The most visited U.S. Virgin Island, St. Thomas is well known for its many water sports, luxurious resorts, and duty-free shopping in Charlotte Amelie's downtown. On this low-cost Caribbean island, beachfront accommodations range from spacious all-inclusive to charming guest houses and vacation villas. Typically, a one-person trip to St. Thomas costs approximately $1,528 and a two-person trip costs $3,055. This covers lodging, meals, local transit, and sightseeing. The average cost of a 2-week vacation to St. Thomas is $3,055 for an individual and $6,111 for a couple. The easiest gateway to enter the United States is St. Thomas. Virgin Islands, accessible by non-stop aircraft from a number of American cities. It takes roughly 2.5 hours to fly from Miami and 4.5 hours to fly from New York. Number 2. Trinidad and Tobago. These unassuming, yet easily accessible, twin islands, which hug the Venezuelan coast, are Tobago, known for its fine sands and diving, and Trinidad, a cultural melting pot with an interesting array of festivals and cuisine. The island's carnival is the best in the region. Low-cost cafes, guest houses, and host homes on both of these low-cost Caribbean isles make visits with thin walls feasible and offer reasonably priced substitutes for typical Caribbean mega-resort stays. More touristy Tobago has slightly higher room rates, but the blissfully undeveloped beaches make the extra cost worthwhile. An average 2-week trip to Trinidad and Tobago will set you back about $2,982 for an individual and $5,964 for a couple. This price covers lodging, meals, local transit, and sightseeing. Note that costs may change according to your preferred method of transportation, pace, and other factors. The national airline of the islands, Caribbean Airlines, flies directly from New York and Miami to Trinidad's main Port of Spain airport. The airline also operates a weekly direct flight from NYC to Tobago's ANR airport. There are also 25-minute shuttle flights between Trinidad and Tobago. From New York, the flight takes roughly 5 hours. Number 1. Cuba. Cuba is a charming and distinct island in the Caribbean that is also the least expensive to visit. This country, which is rich in mystery and history and is known for both its politics and cigars, is home to Che Guevara and Fidel Castro. Traveling to the romantic capital of Havana is usually at the top of people's lists of things to do. Here, you can see colorful pastel homes and 1950s American cars driving along the waterfront. During the off-season, all-inclusive resort stays can be found at reasonable prices. Visit Varadero, which is 2 hours east of Havana and has a wide selection of hotels. Budget travelers should plan on spending between $30 and $50 per day. This covers lodging, meals, travel, and certain activities. However, budget between $80 and $150 per day if you're looking for a mid-range experience. Cuba offers affordable tours and activities ranging from hiking and cavern exploration to scuba diving and cycling. Additionally, for less than $1 a ticket, you can see the professional baseball team of Havana play live and take in world-class orchestra performances at renovated theaters like Saudo in Matanzas and Tomás Terry in Cienfuegos. And then there's the artwork, the majority of which is free to view. A neighborhood in Havana called Fusterlandia is completely covered in mosaic artwork. It's a work of art with fantastical colors that is definitely worth seeing. In summary, these budget-friendly Caribbean destinations, including Aruba, the Bahamas, Dominican Republic, Jamaica, and Puerto Rico, promise an array of experiences without draining your wallet. From pristine beaches to rich cultural heritage, each island offers a unique adventure waiting to be explored. So, start planning your affordable Caribbean escape today and immerse yourself in the beauty and warmth of these stunning destinations. Thanks for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe to our channel.